and then there's the 001s of those markets. So those are both considered pre-launch atmospheres. But here's the bottom line: is pre-launch is not only in network marketing. I believe it's in any business, right? And so pre-launch is basically the time where the company is getting used to everything, used to itself as a company, as an infrastructure, planting the foundation, setting up the foundation, getting used to who's working at the company, from the employees to the corporate partners, to the suppliers, to the manufacturing. So it's the beginning of the relationship from all angles. The relationship with partners, employees, vendors, manufacturers, suppliers, product. It's the new relationship to everything. Now, what happens, from that point forward, is the relationship changes, or it strengthens, or it gets stronger, or however you format it, right? But that is called the beginning, which is laying the foundation. Now, in my experience, I've been through many pre-launches, because we've opened different markets over the last 20, 30 years. So there's always been that pre-launch situation. Here's what happens: you have to, as a responsible business that has fiduciary responsibility to everybody, from the leaders to the team and everybody else. And again, the other part that you're getting new is the leadership. You're gelling that. That's also the new formatting of pre-launch. But the most important part, okay, because I've done this over and over and over again in my career in different markets, is laying the foundation. You see, because the foundation is the strongest part of the whole thing. You have to straighten it out, and it's not perfect. And then you straighten it again, and you're trying for that perfection of foundation. Here's why. For those of you that have built a house, maybe you're in construction, maybe you're in the real estate market, okay, this, okay? The strongest part of the home is the foundation, right? And so if that's not set from the beginning, and it's not smoothed out from the beginning, and you go ahead and start building the house, you'll never have what you want. You'll always have problems, right? You'll always have problems. So the analogy is this, is that, when you're building a home, which is what we are building here at Renown Global, is a home for all of us as brand promoters and as leaders, is just like a home, if as the home is built, and this will happen as a business, if there's a broken window, right? Okay, that broken window can be fixed. If there's, the door fell off, that door can be fixed, right? If, the paint is coming off, that paint can be fixed. What you cannot fix is a crack in the foundation, okay? So, the strongest and tallest building in Dubai is the Burj, right? The Burj Khalifa. So, that foundation is super perfect and super strong, right? And, so just like any home, if later you found out there's a crack in the foundation, well, there's no way to fix that. Once the home is built, there's no way to fix that. Fix the broken windows, fix the door that fell off, fix the paint, fix this, fix that. You can remodel, you can do anything you want, but you can never go back and fix the crack in the foundation. So here's what happens at pre-launch. At pre-launch, it's smooth. No, it's not smooth enough. Okay, now it's smooth. No, it's not smooth enough. No, we have to change this. We have to do this. That's the foundation. So to spell it out to you, Pradeep, and to everybody, is really 2020 is our first full financial year. Yes, we started some pre-launch activities in November, December of 2019, but our first full financial year as a reporting company is the year of 2020. So this year is the foundation laying. And so all of you are part of that. Smooth out the crack, smooth out this, smooth out that. Before the home is built, we need to smooth this out and get this. And that's called relationship building between corporate, employees, brand promoters, leaders, vendors, manufacturers, suppliers. So that's kind of the stage of the business. And so what I would say to everybody that's here right now is respect the fact that you are a pioneer, and you are at the foundation stage, which is pre-launch. And during the foundation stage, just like any business, not network marketing, but any business, this is when we go through the ups and downs of getting our smooth system going, our smooth system going. And so those of you that lay the foundation with us and are the pioneers, you'll look at this back at 2020 for years to come and say, boy, that was fun. That was interesting. I hit this level during that time. And I remember how we laid the foundation and perfected, the company. And here we are today, 2023, and look at us now, or 2024, and look at us now. And every good company, every great company, and I can name lots of companies as examples, go through this pre-launch, concentration, launch phase. And so that's really, Pradeep, to help everybody understand, where we are on, figuring out the right things to do, cleaning up the right things, improving, like I mentioned on one of my previous videos or Zooms is, constant and never ending improvement. CANI, the CANI philosophy, CANI. And so that's what really has to happen right now at pre-launch. But that is the vision, is that this is the company's pre-launch. There'll be pre-launches next year in different markets, but right now as a corporation, this is pre-launch that we are all in.
Thank you.
So there you go.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mel, for clarification on that. Now, guys, when I started when I joined, this was back in January 2020, when I joined, our payment system was called Skrill. And I remember me, Pradeep Nair, Sajid George, Babu, and all those initial members, we were paying a huge fee for withdrawal of our money. And very quickly, Paylution was put into as a solution. However, I do understand Paylution is also not the perfect solution. Okay, Mr. Mel, a lot of people are a little upset because their Paylution cards are not coming and, wondering if they were scammed in the operation, where I'm trying to tell them that, today we have Paylution, but tomorrow we'll have multiple payment options. Well, what light would you like to throw on this one point?
Definitely. So, with, and it's actually Pay Quicker now, So with the Pay Quicker platform, right? Everybody immediately, upon filling out their links and forms, they get their account, right? And they have the ability to use those funds through a virtual Visa debit card, right? And so there's an issue right now with the physical cards. So the physical card issue is they had a glitch on Pay Quicker side. You can even call Pay Quicker and ask them about it. It's very simple. But that was either June or July prior. So anything prior to, let's just call it July, right, was caught in this Pay Quicker glitch. All right, so no problem. So what we've been able to do is, just simply do this. Request a reissue of the card if you got caught up in that June, July format, right? So you got to just reissue, and that's for the physical card. Your virtual card should be there. You should be able to access your funds, use your funds on the virtual card. That's there for everything. And that's something new they implemented just a couple of months ago. So we encourage everybody to go ahead, start accessing your funds, start using the virtual card, the Visa card, until your physical card arrives. Now, if your card never arrived, and let's say it's been 3 months, it's been 4 months, it's been 5 months, okay, then it's definitely part of that. And, you just need to say, okay, I need a reissue of the card, right? Because we don't know who got caught in the glitch, who didn't get caught in the glitch, because it was on their end, not on our end on that level. And so, when those links go out and people are filling them out. So what I would recommend is just say, if it's been months, reissue my card. Now, that's one side of it. Second side of it, okay, right now, we're going back and forth with them. And this is also, right, part of pre-launch, part of, your relationship with vendors. Remember I said you have to kind of it's a new relationship with everybody at pre-launch, including the leaders and brand promoters, and everybody has a new relationship, right? So the relationship with Pay Quicker needs to be, clarified and perfected more. Like, for example, okay, right now, it seems as though the only cards that they've been issuing recently is for 2 countries, right? India and Dubai. And so, I have another conference call with them today to clarify what is the main issue with countries like Nigeria, Ghana, countries that, are not receiving. Now, they have their side of the conversation, which says, they have a contract with us that a certain percentage of business has to come from the United States, in order for us to, honor the contract. And so we have not been doing that as of recent. So that's their side of it, right? So our relationship now is just to rectify that, get these cards issued to Ghana, Nigeria, these countries, Nepal, that are outside of Dubai and India, because it seems like Dubai and India are the main ones that are getting all the cards. And so that'll be a continual process. I'll definitely have updates for everybody by the end of the week. But, as a company owner, we're not sitting aside just waiting for them either, right? So we have backup systems, which are great. And I don't want to leak that out on this particular Zoom, but, we have backup platforms so that everybody can continue to always, rely on a good payment system. So, it's not going to be one payment system always. We're always going to have a backup to a backup to a backup, because that's our responsibility to everybody. So that's kind of where we're at, Pradeep. But I'm happy to say that, there'll be cards shipped out today. In fact, well, definitely to two particular countries, India and Dubai. And then again, we'll get a status update on why Ghana, Nigeria, and some of these other countries are being held back from PayQuicker.
Good. I mean, this is exactly what I was trying to actually communicate with the team, Chief. I told them, today there's only one way of getting paid, which is the PayQuicker card. And tomorrow, if all goes well, we will have multiple ways of getting paid. Some people would like payments in Bitcoins. The company will be able to give the payments in Bitcoins. And we are also exploring other payment options.
Absolutely. There's a company that, some friends of mine have that, they're doing some outrageous volume right now. They're doing like, I think probably 40 million a month, believe it or not. So they, and I've been communicating them because, we're colleagues in the industry, if you will, company owners in the industry. And so they have, you're right, Pradeep, multiple, I think they have 7 different payment solutions on their platform, and people just pick and choose which way they would like it. And so they have a very, very smooth system running with seven backups, if you will, or 7 options. And someday I definitely see that with us. And that's the reason that I communicate with friends in the industry, is because, you must learn from the people that are succeeding. Always, I'm always growing and learning. And so it's all about the people you hang around. So if, you hang around people that have companies that are doing 40 million a month in sales, then, someday you're going to be rubbing off and hitting 40 million in sales, and you find out what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, what works good, what works not good, that kind of thing. So it's a never ending, educational process. But yeah, rest assured, you're right on track with that, Pradeep. We will have multiple options.
Okay. Another thing, Mel, you do remember we actually addressed some issue with some products not delivered from the Philippines team from our side. Because some people feel I've not even honored, or I've not even raised this issue with the company.
Right. And for that particular issue, it's definitely a technicality, because right now, it's very simple. If you contact anybody on Facebook or talk to anybody in the Philippines, they're going to be happy, joy. We get our products and we're using our products, and they're happy, joy. So that's one entire team that's in the Philippines. And so the issue that transpired is a team that starts outside of that team was not being put into the system correctly. Let's just put it that way, put in the system correctly through the administration that was in the Philippines. And now that administration has changed a little bit. We've the director of that is no longer with the company, so we're improving the systems over there in the Philippines to include everybody, not just one team, on how they operate. And so, I apologize for that. I understand the situation that happened. It's definitely an administration issue. And Pradeep, definitely you have, over and over and over, followed up. But we've been going through a transition of administration in the Philippines, with the director that is now no longer with the company, and then adjusting with the new accountants and how we're doing that. So, but at the end of the day, it's that team that is a great team. You know, they're having great success, and they get, you know, paid get their products, get all their stuff, this. So anything outside of that team did not fall into technically the way the operations are run. And so that I believe will be resolved by Friday, you know, and I'll stay on top of that personally with you, Pradeep.
Right.
But yeah, we'll get it done. We'll make them happy. And, you know, we'll probably double the product or give extra product or do whatever we can to make those people happy.
Yes. I mean, you know, all I keep telling my team is we're still in pre-launch. There are so many things that are not perfect. We know that. But you know what? Every day, you have no idea the amount of time the leadership and the corporate is putting how to make it an absolute perfect for 2021, right? Now, Mel, a lot of people are still worried about the new travel, the lifestyle portal that we are very, very excited to launch next month. Uh, Anything you'd like to tell Team Blitz on what can we expect?
All right, as you guys all know, you know, obviously Black MP, our flagship product, has been a hit. Everybody loves it. You know, it's been amazing. The testimonials, the results, and everything else. And now, as we get that through some of these countries registered and offering, it's amazing, right? And then the two newest products that we introduced. I mean, I was not expecting testimonials this quickly, you know, because it's a health improvement product. It's an immune booster product. But the way people are sleeping better, waking up better, more energy, and now they're reporting their sugar levels and all those kinds of things. It's life changing. Like, it's absolutely life changing. So I'm super excited about all three of those products, right? And you know, our travel product has been a constant and never ending improvement. Now, I can tell you that I am just as excited now, and happy as I am with, you know, our Resolve product, our GM product, our Black MP product, which, you know, is super amazing. I'm excited about those. But now, can you believe it? I am just as excited about our newest product and cannot wait to release it. I'm just waiting, you know, every day, watering at the mouth to release it, because I believe that, you know, it's going to be as close to the best solution that you can find in the travel industry. And what I mean by that is that, you know, there's all kinds of travel products and services out there, and this will rank right up there. So, you know, when you want to share this and say, okay, this other network marketing company has their product, they have this other company has their discounts, you are going to love this and say, okay, now this is quality, this is value for my money, this is something that I'm very proud to show my neighbor. So I'm super excited, you know, because I've obviously been excited about those other three products, but now with the launching of this, I could talk about it all day long, Pradeep, but, you know, it's just I'm waiting to put it into everybody's hands, and as soon as that happens, you know, the results will speak for themselves.
Okay. Now, you know, every company, they come up with some products and services. Some, the people love it, they just accept it. And there are some products which don't really work. So sometimes even those products can get phased out, right? Mel, a lot of people are having questions with this virtual dock, right? It says
Yep.
it's not working because it's a very US based thing. We are basically a very global team, a very non-USA based team. Uh,
Yep.
some people are not really seeing value for money or this whole thing about virtual.
Yes. What I would recommend people, you know, understanding is the virtual dock is an auxiliary product, meaning it's an add-on product. And if it works in some countries, maybe in Europe, you know, now I know we have a nice team in Europe. If it works for those people, great. You know, they're going to use it. They're going to value it. It definitely works in USA. And actually in USA, it's a popular concept here all the way around. And people see value if they can get it through our company, right? So if it's not working particularly well in your country, it's not the end of the world. You know, it is an add-on. It is an auxiliary product. It's not your core product. I would say that, you know what, as we grow forward, there'll be lots of add-ons. You know, I mean, you know, our working live product is really an add-on, if you will, and there'll be lots of different, you know, services and features. If you look at even right now, the improvements on our artificial intelligence, if you log into your artificial intelligence product, you'll say, whoa, this is like, you know, it's changed, it's improved, it's this, it's that. So, you know, we'll continue to do, you know, all kinds of creative things, all kinds of add-ons. But for some countries, great, you know, like right now, in Ghana, you know, Ghana, Africa, you know, they don't have GM, right? But one day they will have GM. So it's, you know, different countries will have different products that'll be accepted in those countries, that'll work in those countries. And so if the telemedicine virtual doc is not, you know, friendly to your country, then it's not for your country, really. You know, it's just, and use it as an add-on. But then if you look at the core products, and I'm very happy to say that we're working diligently. We've got, you know, all the certifications, and now the halal certification, which we're going to add on to the bottles, labeling and everything else, for Dubai. And to get products into Dubai is going to be fantastic. Pradeep, I saw you holding products in your hands. I mean, it's just amazing as we now get properly, you know, into Dubai with those products. But so every country is different is really my answer to that. And I would look at the whole pie together and not just like one piece or one product that may or may not be available in your country.
Okay. Mel did mention about halal certificate. Khaldun, Dr. Aziz, Fuaz Ali, Rania, I think you heard him say halal. Yes. Guys, we are getting everything that you need. And please understand, somebody leading the team for more than 30 years in the world of network marketing, he knows what's good for the field. And we have this constant improvement pattern, which the company is investing a lot of time. You know, if anybody out there feels, you know, their voice is not being heard, that's not true. I mean, as a matter of fact, I would say this company hears you a lot more, right? Now, we actually started in Dubai, and a lot of people in Dubai, Mr. Mel, they're saying, you know, we don't have the physical products here. What is this? What is that? You know, it's not fair and blah, blah, blah. So what do you have to tell about that, Mr. Mel?
Be smart and, you know, build your network before vertical things can happen, right? So it's about, you know, like I talked about, laying the company's foundation and not have any cracks in it. That's what you need to do with your team right now is, you know, bond, create your team activities, create your team bonding, you know, your strength, your culture. You know, you want a bulletproof mindset, bulletproof culture, right? You're laying all those foundations. The company pops in and says, okay, here's the first product in Dubai, as far as physical product. You're going to say, whoa, and your team's ready for it. And they're all going to get excited about it. They're all going to order it. They're all going to start have their testimonials on it. And your business takes another level, right? And let's just say you have, you know, 150 people on your team when that happens. So you're ready then for your growth of your team, because this is a wild industry, right? One of my other friends that owns a company. Okay, so he said this time last year, you know, our company was doing about 600,000 US dollars in volume, you know, in sales, right? And I said, well, wow, that's very good. You know, you're a new company. And he says, no, Mel, here, check this out. This past month, you know, September, we closed off at a little bit over $3 million for the month. Okay. So that's what can happen in this type of an industry. In normal companies, if you tell them a year ago we were doing $600,000 a month in sales, and a year later you're doing over 3 million every month in sales, that is mind-blowing growth for any new company to say that in the real world. But in our world of direct sales and network marketing, with sheer duplication, you know, geometric progression, that type of magical thing can happen. So now, when you have 150 people on your team and the product arrives in Dubai, you are ahead of everybody. You have a chance to double your team's volume overnight, right? However, if you just say, well, I'll wait and I'll wait and I'll wait, then you're starting from a way back position. And you've got 3 people on your team. And, you know, if it doubles, it's a very small thing, right? But so I would say, work harder than you've ever worked before. And now's the time to lay your foundation as a network, right? As a company's laying its foundation as a corporation and putting all that, you need to definitely lay down the network as your network and lay that foundation, right? And so be ready then as 2021 comes upon us, right? And so I would not wait. If I was everybody here, if you believe in the vision of this company, you believe in the direction of this company, and some of you have been on here for 3, 4, 5 months, and you've seen, you know, all the progress, if you will, or the forward movement, the sideways movement, the ups, the downs, and the growth as we lay the foundation. So it's coming, and you know it's coming. It's just a matter of when, but don't just sit around and wait for when is my message to you.
So, Mr. Mel, with regards to the physical products in Dubai, can we expect anything in 2020? Would it be 2021, 2022, 2023? When can we at least have a mental goal as to when the products are coming?
I won't speak on behalf of the government, right?
Okay.
But I will speak on behalf of Renault Global,
Right.
That we are not, I don't have a better word for this. We're not stupid. We know where the growth is. We know where the team is. We know the commitment of leaders, right? Obviously, your commitment, Mr. Pradeep Menon's commitment, you know, so we're not foolish and we're not stupid. So we have to cater to the Dubai market in a big, big way. And so, you know, if you don't believe that, then we are definitely stupid. We're foolish for not paying attention to that. But the fact is, we are definitely, you know, 1000% have our eye on that, have our work on that, our daily mentality on that, because, you know, you have to go where the leadership is, and the leadership is definitely there in that country. And so and again, I won't speak on behalf of the government, but my goal personally is it'll happen right now in 2020.
Guys, did you hear? It's going to happen in 2020. The physical products are going to be here in 2020. We still have 2 glorious months. I mean, Mel, what can we expect in 2021? Because, you know, I'm very excited. I'm personally crazily excited. I mean, 2021 is going to open up the whole universe to Renault. But what can we expect? I mean, what's your vision with Team Renault and 2021?
So wrapping up 2020,
right.
You know, it's no matter what, it's an amazing year for the company. And here's why, okay? You know, and I won't mention names, especially because, you know, I want to get to my office computer here so I can see everybody. But, you know, we have some amazing people, and I won't mention names that I want to leave people out as I say that, but you guys know who you are. If you've met me, I've met you through Zoom, through you know, WhatsApp messages. We've communicated, we've bonded on that level. As I look at 2020, that's the best part of this year, is the people that we've attracted, the leaders that we've attracted. And what I mean by that is not gamers, not money game scammers, not, you know, people that are here just for a temporary, let's take advantage of this hot compensation plan at Renault and move on to the next thing. You know, nothing like that. What we have is real, genuine, strong leadership, right? And can you imagine? I mean, it's just like I'm feeling very, very blessed, thinking like, wow, you know, we have real people that are really committed. They have the long-term vision with this company, and I get to work with them, right? I get to work with you guys, and that's what's going to build the company. And so as I look at 2020, the best thing that happened is not this new travel product. It's not, you know, the Resolve GM. It's not, you know, that we made these great promotions. You know, those are all wonderful things. The best part is we're laying the foundation with super quality people, super quality people. And so, you know, as we celebrate with the right leaders, you know, that came in 2020, we're going to celebrate in 2021. We're going to go forward in 2022, and more leaders have created more leaders, but the core foundation, you know, and you know, we're creating a president's advisory club, we're creating a council, we're creating a culture, and the culture started in 2020, right? The people, the right people stepped up in 2020. So my vision for 2020 is to support the right leaders, to support the right people that have their heart in the right place, that are good people, honest people, strong people, that have a work ethic, that are focused, that we can all grow with, you know, and that might not be everybody, but there's enough of the people that are on this Zoom that I love, and I see a vision for, and I see how they're going to transform not just, you know, this country or that country, but communities and lives all around the world. And so I feel blessed, you know, that we're starting off with that versus, you know, I've seen a lot of other scenarios that are not like this. And so this is the heart of our company, Pradeep.
Right. I mean, Mel, when I came to the US last year, the name of the company was not decided. Nothing was decided. I said, I'm in.
Yeah.
Right. In 2020, I say, I'm in once again. And I know a lot of information because me and Mr. Mel speak on a very, very regular basis, almost daily, multiple times a day. And I know what some of the things that is cooking in the background, but I know there is a lot of action in Mr. Mel's clinic. So, Mr. Mel, is something cooking in your clinic?
It's boiling water sometimes, it's on fire sometimes. It's definitely interesting. I will write a book. You will see a book come out on the story, you know, but it's a very interesting life experience and business experience to be in, right? But yeah, no, the grind is there. And I've mentioned this, you know, you call it the clinic, I'm in the laboratory. So the lab here, you know, I'm in the lab. Roll up the sleeves, you know, put your baseball cap on in reverse, backwards on your, you know, and just grind it out and get it done, you know, because there's so much to do. There's so much to do to raise this baby, you know, and and that's how everybody should look at it too. You know, those of you that have children, you know that you care for the child, you care for the baby. Sometimes it's up at night. Sometimes it's frustrating. Sometimes it's upsetting. Sometimes it's changing the diaper, you know, but again, you know, learning, growing, changing, moving forward. It's an ever evolving process. So yeah, that's my clinic, Pradeep, and my laboratory on a daily basis.
Right. I mean, for somebody who's actually there meeting our chief for the first time, if you have any questions, you may please put it in the chat box. We can actually address this. What I would like to actually do is ask any of the leaders who've actually been around for or with Renown Global for even 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Is there anything if you'd like to do? The first person who's put his hand up is Khaldoon. So Mr. Khaldoon, I actually would like to unmute you. And if you'd like to ask the chief any question, please go ahead and do so.
Thank you so much. Very good evening. Good morning, Chief. It's not a question. This is a commitment, especially in our region, in Asia, not only in Arab countries. We are here and we are there, building together. We are united, and everything happens to make the company big and the best ever in history. We will do everything to do this. I'm the first one will do this. And you know that. Yeah. You know that very well. We talked a lot, and don't worry. Don't worry. So it's not a question. Thank you so much for supporting us. I know that you are, every time you have a surprises, like what coach says, you are cooking something. All the best. Wish you all the best. Yes, like what you said. See, when you said you are the pioneers, if I don't want to take something or some pain and handle it and swallow it for 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, to be from pioneers and build, because I know, like what you said, when you have 200, 300 people in town, then the physical products come, wow. So we are from these people. Be sure of that. We'll never let you down. Thank you so much, Chief. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Khaldoon. And, you know, when I spoke about, you know, 2020 and looking at, you know, what has transpired, I'm speaking about people like Mr. Khaldoon. You know, I consider him a brother. I consider him, you know, an integral piece, you know, of what we've been able to establish in the company. And so, you know, that's what I mean is, you know, you may not know Mr. Khaldoon because you're just hearing him for the first time. But, you know, every time I've felt his chemistry, his vibe, communicated with him on Zooms and WhatsApps and everything else, you know, this is what I appreciate is the right people that have the right commitment and belief level, believe in themselves, believe in the team through the ups and downs, because I know Mr. Khaldoon will tell you this is not perfect and there are bad days and good days and you know, frustration and things like that. But, you know, Mr. Khaldoon, you are a heartbeat of the company, and I definitely appreciate that. And so when I wasn't taking names, you know, obviously on my mind was your name for sure as one of the pillars, of this company. And you know, you're just getting started. But Mr. Khaldoon, I'll tell you, you know, you've hit certain levels and achievements, but you and I both know that this has not even started for you and your team. It's just the very, very beginning. So wishing you, you know, all the blessings and success for you and your team.
Now, you know, when I actually joined My Video Talk in 2009, there was almost a 7-month time when the products was not working. And we were told the products would come, but the products was not working. And for 7 months, we did not have any products. We were patiently waiting. We were patiently building the business. We were waiting till the products were launched, and it was beyond our expectations, right? When I say that I have worked with the chief before, there's a reason I'm saying why I worked with the chief, right? Yes, we waited 7 months, 8 months for the product to launch. But when the product launched, it was too good to be true. We're talking about video technology before Skype. We're talking about video technology before WhatsApp actually happened. I mean, Chief, can we expect this kind of miracles in Renault as well? With wonderful products being launched and mind-blowing.
I have a great, yeah. Can you hear me, Pradeep?
Yes, we can.
Okay. I didn't know you were going to bring this up, but this is a great, great, great learning lesson and understanding, and it'll give everybody a peek into the possibilities and the vision. Okay. So right. Those of you that, especially if you live in Dubai, and I'm just approaching my office. Is my phone signal still okay, Pradeep? You can hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. So this is a great story, you know, of vision, right? And Pradeep is absolutely right. And those of you that live in Dubai back in 2009, you'll remember this, okay? Video was not allowed. You know, outside video platforms was not allowed in Dubai, right? They would block it. And our product happened to be, you know, one of the world's first streaming video products that had entered into that space, right? And so, you know, it was successful in USA and you know, Europe and everywhere else. As we entered Dubai, we had challenges. You know, we had challenges with the product, so we had to reformat the product and change the product. And as we had to do that, we had to have the distributors wait. You know, the brand promoters had to wait for that to happen. But we told them not to stop setting the foundation of their network, right? And so here's what happens. I think this was March. We had a big event planned in Dubai, right? And one of the leaders, who is Mr. Pradeep's upline, right? His upline was a gentleman who was helping build that network, you know, had a good team and everything else, you know, and he was very, very upset. You know, he said, okay, this is my last event I'm going to go to, and I'm going to make my decision to quit the business, right? And So I arrived with my wife to that event in Dubai. I think there was probably 1,000 people in the room at least, right? You know, it was like a large event. And this leader, who's Mr. Pradeep's upline, right, wouldn't even take a seat at the event. He stood on the side against the wall, and I remember this visually, with his leg up and his arms crossed, making his decision to quit the business, right? From that event, I can tell you this. He sat there, watched the whole thing. My wife on stage, you know, my wife is one of the top trainers in the network marketing industry. He saw me on stage. He saw corporate on stage, you know, corporate team. He saw the vision and the belief that we had for the future of Dubai, that by the time that event ended, okay, his final decision was not to quit the business, to continue and give it the right respect and time that it deserves for us to get things right, because the government was blocking the product, right, in Dubai. And so we reformatted everything. We had to, you know, wait till it was ready. And, you know, so that's why it took so many months. But his decision not to quit, he went on by 2010, this because the event was 2009, right? By 2010, he became a documented US dollar millionaire, right? With working with us, by staying there and working with his team and getting the right belief level, the right mindset, and going forward. So he made the right decision, because he had never made $1 million before that, but he became a US dollar millionaire by sticking with us. And Pradeep knows this. And, you know, so that's an incredible story of when you look back at, you know, the issue that we had in 2009 with getting our product into Dubai, and what transpired for that particular story of that gentleman. Because I remember he didn't want to do the business. He was done. He was quitting. He was frustrated. He was upset. But, you know, from that point forward, he stuck with it and did the right things. And there you go. You remember this story vividly, I'm sure, Pradeep.
I remember this 100% because I was a part of My Video Talk that time. And I was definitely one of the people who did suffer a little when the products was not there. But once the products launched, it was a life-changing journey. Now, one more thing I would like to tell everybody out here who's actually there in this Zoom right here, right now. There's something a little special about Mr. Mel. Very, very special, I would say. What is the beauty is Mr. Mel has actually created many millionaires across the world with his compensation plan, but with his products and all of that. But what is the beauty is he has created a lot of first-time millionaires. Now, once you are a millionaire, creating a second million is not a big deal. But creating that first-time millionaire, or making that first million, I'm sure all the people out here would actually agree with me, hitting that first million jackpot is really difficult. But in My Video Talk, we had more than 100 millionaires all across the world. Millionaires in India, millionaires in Philippines, millionaires in Dubai, and millionaires around so many countries that we operated. But let me tell you one thing. We were never in 55 countries. So Mel, in My Video Talk, where if you have actually created more than 100 millionaires, what is your vision with Renow? How many millionaires do you think we can create with this plan, with the improved plan of 2:1 binary? How many millionaires do you think we can create in the next 10 years?
The big.
Hello? Chief, right there?
Coach, he reached the office, so it might disconnect it because he said I reached the office.
Oh, okay.
So maybe from the signal.
Pradeep, can you hear me here?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Pradeep?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So no, that's a big question, Pradeep, definitely. You know, because here's why. I was there, right? So I've seen what we've been able to do. You know, I've been a part of you know, how many lives can be changed, And even not even when you speak millionaire, I mean, millionaire is a big thing in a lot of people's minds. Yes, it's definitely a possibility for everybody and anybody. And I don't know any other company you can really say that in, that, hey, there's a possibility for the brand new guy that joined yesterday to actually become a millionaire, But I just have to share with you this, is that, maybe it's $100,000 air, or you need to make $100,000 or 200 or $500,000. Because we've done that over and over and over again for so many years, the recipe is there. We know how to climb that mountain, because we've already done it before. So if the recipe is there and you know how to do it, now it's just doing it again, but learning from the past and then growing forward. So the possibilities of what can happen with Renault Global, it's unimaginable. You can't even put a number on it. You cannot put a number on it, because you look at year 3 of this company. This is year 1. Year 3, what will it look like and how many millionaires will there be? Well, it's magical because you don't know. Let's say we open the country of South Africa and we create 14 millionaires by 2023 in South Africa. It could be Germany. It could be, Malaysia. It could be, I know there's going to be many, many in Dubai and India and countries that we're already established in. So it's unimaginable. Here's what I love though. Okay. Is, to be a millionaire, you're going to have to create a lot of great success stories on your team. And there's no easier compensation plan. I don't care if you think I'm biased or CEO, get out the pencil, get out the paper, pull up any other company's compensation plan, look at all their qualifications, criterias, and hoops you have to jump through to get to the $1 million level or get to the top, or even create a part-time or full-time income. We don't have any of that here. That's the difference. That's what we can say. So when we say we have the highest payout, it's not even just the highest payout. It's really the least hoops to jump through. And when you have that, Pradeep, and you can create more success stories, wait till the momentum hits. Like my friend's company that goes from 600,000 sales to $3 million a month, from 600,000, once the momentum hits, it'll give you, shivers down your spine on what we can do that's so much bigger and grander than anything that you've seen in the past or I've seen in the past, Pradeep. It's unimaginable. My vision of that is I'm super, super excited about that. Sleepless nights.
Now, Mr. Mel, I've always been taught that, network marketing is a business that is built from one event to another event to another event to another event. And I know that, due to COVID-19, unfortunately, we've not had our first global event. And the way I'm looking at it, our first global event is going to be the Thailand trip. What I would like you to throw is some light to all the newcomers who are actually there, or all the people who have not qualified for Thailand. What can they expect in Thailand, and why is it important to qualify for Thailand? Now, this company has actually extended this over and over again, wanting to bring more and more people to Thailand. Why is an event important, Mr.
Oh, goodness. Well, let me just tell you this. The fact that we've had to extend it because of, COVID and we can't travel to Thailand yet, use that to your advantage. You have till the end of the year to finish the qualification. Use that to your advantage. One of the biggest things, like Pradeep, you're so correct when you say it, and that's leadership right there. You build this business from event to event to event. And I can point to, people, okay, like that example I gave of Pradeep's upline, okay? If he didn't come to that event where Mel and Amy Gill arrived, on stage in Dubai, he would not have become a millionaire because he would have quit the business, because he already told us he was quitting before he arrived to the event. But because he went to the event, his whole mindset changed after the event, so that these guys are for real. This is not a game in Dubai. And guess what? A USA dollar millionaire became out of that. One reason: he came to the event. I'm telling you, his phone calls, what he would tell his upline and everything was, he's out, he's done, he's finished, he's quit, but he came to the event. So how important is that for that gentleman and his family? Unbelievable, life-changing, right? That's just one small example. We've had events in the past in Indonesia, in Malaysia, in Singapore, in India, and I can have countless stories of how people's lives went 360 degrees, no question about it. So what I would say is that, yes, It's a foreign incentive trip, meaning that you get to go to a foreign country. And some of you, this might be the first time you're going to Thailand, which is beautiful. That's life-changing in itself when you'll be able to tell your children and grandchildren that, you went there to this foreign country for the first time because of this company, Renault Global. However, the biggest thing that's going to happen out of the event is your belief level. Okay. So, you hear the way I'm talking today and you think, how can this guy be a shy person? Right? I'm a very shy person by nature. If you talk to me about anything other than what I'm doing right now, I'm a very, very shy person in a social environment. Okay. But because my belief level right now is so high, right? I talk with the strength and the positioning and the posture. So here's what happens with you. Your belief level from Thailand will go to another level. And what does that do for you? It changes the way you do your business. It changes the results of your business because people aren't hearing the words when you're talking. They're getting the feeling, right? And especially when COVID is over and you're in front of people, they're going to see your body language. They're going to see your confidence. They're going to see your belief level. They're going to feel and see all those things before they hear any words out of your mouth as you're talking. And that only comes when your belief level is at a high level. And these events, that's exactly what they do. So if you're looking to increase, like say, okay, I don't want to make $500 a month anymore. I need to make $5,000 a month. It's the event that's going to do that. I don't want to make 500,000 this year. I want to make $1 million this year, right? It's the events that's going to do that. And so I would say, okay, number one, get yourself however you can to this first anniversary event. It's history making. You're a pioneer. You're going to look back 5 years from now, 4 years from now and say, I was there at the very first event. Okay. Pradeep can tell you stories of the first event where he met me. We know this is part of the memories of life-changing situations. And so that's exactly what the event does. Now, here's the second piece of the event. Okay. Is if you're smart and you're sharp and you're doing the business the right way, get your team to the event, because then not only your belief level goes up, your team's belief level goes up. Then what happens? Exponential growth. This is what pushes us to go from, like my friend's company, 600,000 a month in sales to $3 million a month in the sales very, very quickly, which means you change lots of people's lives. So the event, besides foreign trip, you get the airfare, hotel, you're gonna have dinner with us and all that fun stuff. You're gonna go on city tours. I'm telling you right now, it will change your business because of one word, your belief level in your own heart and mind, and which you can't control, but it'll happen at the event. And if you have a team there, it'll happen for your team. And a team might even just mean one other person that goes with you, or 3 other people that's part of your network that goes with you. Even that is enough, because guess what? You come back home with all kinds of ideas, because you're going to meet Filipino team there. You're going to meet India team there. You're going to meet Dubai team there. You'll meet people from all the different countries there. Everybody has different ideas. You're going to have different trainers on stage. You're going to get all these golden nuggets. And then you and your team are going to be back to Dubai and say, okay, now let's have a clinic to blow the doors open in 2021. So that's why I can't emphasize it enough, because events changed my life. Events changed Pradeep's life. And, I can point to a bunch of people all around the world, which it's all about the events. And this will be our very first historical event. So get there no matter what.
Okay. There's somebody in the chat box who's actually asking, are Nigerians invited for the Thailand party?
I say absolutely. Why not? I mean, of course, the Nigeria, Renault Global family is part of all of this. And, if I can, it's been a dream to even get into Africa, right? Because I've been doing this now since November 18th, 1989, right? So I've been to every country almost. There's a couple of countries, like I haven't been to Vietnam and a couple of, other countries, but I've pretty much been all around the world. We've never had a business in the continent of Africa. And so for me to meet the Nigerian leaders in Thailand would be my dream come true. So I don't want to exclude my dream coming true. So this will be a dream come true for me. So I say definitely the Nigerian brothers and sisters, I mean, get there, get qualified there. It'll be life-changing for you and your team. And it'll be my utmost pleasure and excitement and respect to meet all of you there, shake your hands, give awards. You know, you guys bring home the golden nuggets to Nigeria, and then we go into every part of the African continent further from there. You know, that'll be awesome.
Chief, we may have qualifiers from Sudan, from Turkey, and some other countries also. Can they come to Thailand as well?
You know, it's interesting because we have a fantastic travel provider organizer that I've actually personally, you know, has been working with us since 2008. And with that relationship, I respect and trust him to provide us the best of the best way for all these countries to participate, to get there. But there's no question. I mean, you know, I know Sudan is a new country of a new team that's coming in. I mean, if we can have an international event, can you imagine how we can promote that on social media? Can you imagine how we can talk about that all year long in 2021? And even in the future, just look back at that historical event and say, wow, this country was there, this country was there, this country was there. And from that, those leaders went home and look what happened to that country. Look what happened to that country. Look what happened. It's going to be part of the book. It's part of the book. So if we, you know, Pradeep, you know, if it's possible for them to fly, if visas are there, if our travel provider will do everything he can to make it happen, I say yes, 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 and a resounding yes, because it's life-changing. And so I'm not doing it for anybody else, but saying, hey, you know, if you have the possibility that it changes your life, it doesn't matter what country you're coming from. Let's make it happen. Let's work with the travel provider and figure out the solutions and get it done.
Okay, now, Mr. Mel, I've actually been part of most of the MyBeauty Talk events. And if I would be comfortably to make a statement, we never had more than 8 or 9 nationalities in a room. But this Thailand event, I can promise you one thing, Mr. Mel, you are definitely going to see more than 30, 40 nationalities arriving under one ballroom.
Can you imagine that?
I can't. You know, to be honest, Mel, if that email comes that, you know, like so-and-so date is the date for Thailand, I know I will lose sleep till the Thailand. I know I will, because I cannot imagine 30, 40 nationalities all under one roof, taking 2021 as the biggest year of our life. I mean, Mel, I have seen many network marketing companies. I have seen many operations. Do you think opening up 55 countries in 6 months, is that a record?
It's an absolute record, you know, and it's a blessing in disguise as well, because, you know, in March, end of March this year, we started the first Zoom meeting. Nobody knew what to do on the Zoom meeting, how to do the Zoom meeting, you know, then we named it a Zoom party. And, you know, it was a blessing in disguise, because it allowed us now to send that link to any country. And all of a sudden, you know, it's something where, Pradeep, you know this, people think, oh, you know, people are different in that country, or they're different in this country, or they're different that way. You know, at the end of the day, we're all the same. We're all the same. You know, we might be a little bit different color, we might be a little bit taller, we might be a little bit shorter, whatever, but we're all the same, you know. And that, what I mean by that is, you know, we all want something better for our family. We want something better for our children. We want freedom, right? We all want, you know, the next level in our lives, you know, whether it's health, whether it's wealth, whether it's, you know, helping my brother, helping my sister. We all want that as human beings. We all want that. We're all the same. We're all the same. And so, you know, when we're able to share that story because of this blessing in disguise that happened to us at the end of March to multiple markets, then we're able to share the dream with people in every country, because they're all the same and they all want the same thing. And we're able to give them that gift. And that's really how we ended up here, where you guys as a team, you know, hats off to you, you know, because you guys have opened up the most countries as a team, but you were able to do it because you were able to share the message through this surprise platform that none of us knew how to do at the end of March, and turned it into, let's expose Reneau Global to the world. And anybody that has a dream in any country, let's expose it. And here we are now, 50 countries later. So when you say it's a record, it's an absolute record. We never did anything like that with any company that I've ever been a part of. From when the fact that I was a distributor, we never did that. When I was a company owner, we never did that. We never did that until 2020. So it is definitely a record, a magical blessing. And boy, it's part of the book. It's part of the book for sure, the story.
Right. Now in 2013, Blitz, something had actually happened. Funny. I was in Dubai. I saw a video which I just could not believe. Right. In the US, My Video Talk actually launched something called the Benz and the Beamer Club. Right? It was just a club. It was called the Benz and the Beamer Club. Then they had an event in some place in the US where Mr. Mel Gill gifted 50 plus Mercedes and 50 plus BMWs to distributors, to the brand distributors, just like you, right? I'd seen that. I'd seen that video. I was one of the first brand distributor in Asia to have collected the car. I still have the car today, right? I mean, Mel, what was that? I mean, 50 BMWs and 50 Mercedes just given away to people on an event. What was that?
That was life-changing, history-making, because the majority of those people never had, a Mercedes before that point. They just did not have one before, and there was only a dream, and we were able to make dreams come true. And so if anybody looks at, where we've come from, they'll be able to get a vision of where we're going, right? And so, it's something where we recently introduced, the Lifestyle Club, right? The Lifestyle Club as a new part of our compensation plan. And we've made it easier than ever with starting with the Pearl Lifestyle Club. So if you don't think that we're going to have an event in Dubai, in India, in Philippines, giving away 50 cars, then you're crazy because you haven't looked at where we've come from. And this is what we do. Because this business, whether we're changing your life with health, whether you're changing your life with, you quit your job, one of the ways that we can change your life is make a dream come true, that you got that dream car that you never imagined that you could get it from your job or your other business. And if it's part of the compensation plan and the company's paying for it, what a magical life-changing situation. And so, yeah, I mean, you can Google those videos and see all that cool stuff and everything else, but you have to understand with this compensation plan here, it's everything we had in the past, but more horsepower, more strength, and more of everything. So 50 won't be 50. It'll be way beyond that. And, now that we just introduced this recently, Lifestyle Club, it's just beginning. You will see cars and cars and cars in 2021. You'll definitely see that, people are already planning a parade of cars and this and that. And if you don't believe the company does it, then you just need to look at the track record. This is what we do. It's going to happen. So get yours and be a part of that, and let's do celebrations just like that, where we all go to the, event and park all these beautiful cars right outside and line them up and put balloons on them and, celebrate them. And then people that come to that event will be like, wow, I don't know, but I'm in, because they're going to see all of that lifestyle and luxury that the company is pushing out through the compensation plan.
Now, Mr. Mel, with My Video Talk, how many cars did you give out, as in a number?
Hundreds, and I'll share this with you, is that, it was one of the marketing tools. It was one of the driving forces of the company that people could see, like, okay, I've never had a Mercedes or I've never had a BMW, and this was their entryway to get to that, because people could see that. And then when they saw other people getting it, then it became a reality in their minds. So yeah, we definitely gave out hundreds and hundreds of cars, but you know what that means for Renault Global? Oh my goodness, thousands and thousands. I mean, unimaginable, because it's a whole other platform. It's like this, what we've done before was the Porsche, and everybody knows Porsche is strong, great history, it's fast, it's everything, but there's a next level, and it's called the Porsche Turbo. And I believe Renault Global is the turbo. And so whatever we've ever done before, this is now, the biggest blessing in our hands. And this, if we respect business, if we respect life, if we respect the universe that we've all been put into this place, let's go to the max. Let's do things bigger, better, stronger than we've ever done before, all of us in any of our careers, you know, and we can do that right now with this. So yeah, so when I see the cars, Pradeep, I mean, I'm talking thousands in each market, you know, it's that type of a situation.
And is the company okay to give 1,000 cars in India, 1,000 cars in Nigeria, 1,000 cars in Dubai, and 1,000 cars in all those new markets we're talking about?
It's the biggest thing for the company. So the company is more than okay, because this is what, when we talk about doing, you know, 20 million a month in sales, 40 million a month in sales, this is a marketing tool that pushes that doubles the company, triples the company, that has year after year profitability and growth for the company. It's a marketing tool. And if it's one of the biggest marketing tools for the company, that's a smart business model right there. So the company wins, the people win, you know, and it's life-changing. So it's win, win, win all the way around. So yeah, I mean, it's like, let's push it to the maximum.
Fantastic. Fawaz, any questions from a person who's actually coming from UK? Anything you'd like to actually address to the chief?
Wow, I mean, what more can you say, Pradeep? Chief, as I say, every time that you come and say these words, the belief levels increases tenfold. I was going to ask you about the people who joined the business, never done anything like this before. And after trying for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, they feel like frustrated, they want to quit the business. But I think after everything that they've heard, this question is completely irrelevant. I mean, we're all really, really blessed to be here, to have a CEO like you. So that's all I'm going to say. Thank you very much, Chief. No limits. Let's go for it. Thank you.
And thank you, Mr. Fawaz Ali. You know, I know, you know, Mr. Fawaz is fairly new to the company, but already, you know, we're developing things. We're developing a relationship. You know, I know you requested another country to be added here recently, Fawaz. And, you know, just every time I've heard you, you're showing leadership, right? And so I'm definitely looking forward to getting to know you better and your team better. But, you know, for you to help expand Europe, and I know you're not just building Europe, you're building globally, but this is just, you know, you're the first. I mean, it's like, you know, you're the pioneer of the company, you know, with you and your team, and mad respect. And I love getting messages from you and communicating with you, because, you know, I can see your own personal drive and motivation, right? And which is surprising to me, that you've got your belief level to a certain level so quickly. You know, usually it takes people a lot longer. You know, maybe you need to meet me, maybe you need to see me at an event, or maybe, you know, you need to see corporate do this or this or this or this. But, you know, you've already stepped with a leap of faith. And I think it's because you're surrounding yourself with a bunch of great people that are part of your, you know, upline, sideline, you know, team, organization. Smart on your part to capture the vision quickly, take a leap of faith, you know, belief level. And for you to, you know, be an up and rising leader here, I see great things for you and your team. So definitely looking forward to it. And your point about people, you know, thinking about quitting or not continuing or this and that, at the end of the day, you know, it's easy for all of us to quit. I mean, you can just say, well, hey, I put in a few $100, $500, you know, I have, you know, stuff in my closet that's the same price that I've never even put on those shoes or that suit in a long, long time. And so I've wasted money before. So you could just say, okay, you know, and that's the easy way out. And that's a challenge in our business, is because the entry is so low that if you get a little frustration, hey, just quit. If you get too many no's, people saying no, just quit, because it's so easy. You've only lost a few $100. So it's easy to quit. What is the true character is to treat this from day one as a multi-million-dollar business for you and your family, and to wake up every morning feeling that, and going to bed at night sleeping with that desire, and then add the work ethic to that, pretending that you invested $500,000, not 500, but 500,000 US dollars. How would you act at night when you go to bed? How would you act in the morning? What time would you wake up? Because you got a bank loan for 500,000 US dollars. Then it's not so easy to quit with a couple of frustrations and a couple of no's. What you're going to focus on then is solutions, which is what I believe you're doing, Fawaz, and your team is, you know, how can we, you know, ride this challenge through? How can we improve ourselves and our team and you know, we want corporate to get through this. Let's all help each other together. So that, with that attitude, then it's a not quit attitude. Then quitting is not even an option. And so I would just tell everybody, the worst thing you can do is quit on your goals and dreams because you had a couple of frustrations, right? So just remember what your goals and dreams are. I'm committed, you know, Pradeep's committed. We're going all the way. And we've already heard life lessons and history lessons of people that could have quit, decided not to quit, what can happen, what will happen. And everybody's on a different time frame. You know, some people, you're going to have everything happen to you great in 6 months. Some people will have all this magical stuff happen in 2 or 3 months. Some people, it'll take a year. Others, it might take 2 or 3. I've seen every scenario, 2 or 3. But you know what? 2 or 3 years for something that's way bigger and better than you're working 40 years at your job for? Are you kidding me? That, you know, if you hit the Crown Ambassador level and it takes you 3 years to hit the Crown Ambassador level, you have broken records for you and your family right there. Yes, some people will hit it in 6 months or a year, or this or that. Everybody's on a different learning curve. But what else can you do over the next 3 years that'll create $1 million income? So what I would say is if it takes you 5 years, that's called a get rich quick program compared to the 40 years at your job, right? So with that in mind, I mean, you know, quit is not even a word. Quit is not even a thought, unless you're just saying, hey, all I got to lose is my $300 or $500 or whatever you think you invested, you know. It's just not even the mentality. So no, I appreciate your strength there, Fawaz, and leading your team with that, because they'll follow your strength. And looking forward to seeing you in Thailand and meeting the team and you know, building it big together in the future and creating history together.
Much appreciated, Chief. Thank you, sir.
Team, I would like to actually make a confession here, a serious confession. You know, in 2009, when I actually joined the business, I missed my level, 1-star presidential club, by one sign-up. And that one sign-up was basically a calculation mistake by the upline. What calculation mistake? Calculating volumes. Okay, so I was not awarded 1-star presidential club. In that compensation plan, I had to actually do 28 signups on one side, 56 signups on the other side, 84 signups total. I thought I did it in 1 week, but I guess I was one shot and I was not given that title. A lot of people thought I would quit, especially all the top leaders. They thought I would quit. As a matter of fact, there was a person from the management committee of MyVideoTalk. I would never forget him, because even he thought I would quit. His name is Mr. Sonu Sandhu. And when I met Mr. Sonu Sandhu said, "You're still in the business?" I said, "Yeah, why?" He says, "No, because, you know, I thought you would have quit." So I told him, "You think I joined MyVideoTalk to hit 1-star presidential club member?" No, I didn't. It took me a year from that time to hit 1-star presidential club member. People had hit 2 stars, people had hit this, people had hit that. And I was building binary slowly. And guys, I had zero experience in network marketing. Zero experience in network marketing, right? But I never gave up, because quitting was always a choice, but not for me. For me, my goals and my dreams were more important than anything else. I went on and on and on. And 5 years later, I was one of the toppest, highest achievers in Dubai. The same market where that market thought I would quit. You know, and you know, history will always repeat itself. And one day, I'm sure one day, Mr. Sonu Sandhu will come back. And I'm very excited to meet him in person. But this time, he's not going to talk to that guy who missed a 1-star. He's not going to meet a guy who did not hit 1-star double. It's not a person who's actually Mr. 2-star or 2-star double, 5-star or 5-star double, he may probably meet the first superstar for now. Mr. Mel, is Sonu Sandhu around, and can we get him to this Thailand? Because that's probably going to be that one motivation for me to actually blast the 2 remaining levels, the 10-star and the superstar, for this company, because you'd find 100 reasons not to do it. Everybody, 100 reasons not to do it. Comes very easy. But all I have to tell everybody is you need only one reason to do it. I stuck to my one reason, right? This is a very, very generous plan. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you have experience or not. It could be anybody, somebody who joined yesterday, somebody who joined today can be the next superstar, right? It's very, very easy to quit. By the way, nobody remembers quitters. Nobody. So if I had quit that day, I would not have existed. Nobody would have ever called me coach. Nobody would have, right? If your why is clear, your how is not a problem, right? If you know why you want to achieve what you want to achieve, it's never a problem, right? Quitting is very, very easy. What's tough is sitting and grinding. I was there with Mr. Mel when the products didn't work in 2009. I was there with him when my video talk was converted to Team Effort International. Then it became Team Effort Network. Then it became Renown, right? We were there. Quitting is very easy. If you decide, I will not quit, already the mind paradigm is happening. And once the mind paradigm happens, achieving a BMW, a Mercedes, a Ferrari, a Lamborghini becomes very, very easy, right? Network marketing is an amazing industry because what it does, it helps you discover yourself. And discovering yourself is very, very important. Anything you'd like to add, Chief, to this? Chief, are you there? Are you getting in your house? Because Khaldun did mention that you're driving.
Pradeep, can you hear me?
Yes.
Pradeep, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, you should see my other window on video.
Just once. Oh, yes, yes. I will just, yes. Yes, Chief. I've made you the co-host here as well.
Okay, there you go, everybody. So happy to be back at my office. So now I can see everybody. Hello. All right. Very, very nice to see everybody's faces. This is so much better because, you know, while I'm driving, I can't look at myself when I can only talk. But I'm a very visual person, 100% visual. So now I can see all the beautiful faces. I don't recognize Gaurav. Is that a haircut? You look different. Looks good, looks good. Very good. Was that the Navratri look there that you had to do? Very good, very nice. All right, now, awesome, Pradeep. So I was transitioning from my cell phone here to the office. So let me know what was the point you wanted me to share on that? I heard everything you said. I heard everything you said, by the way.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm looking forward to meet Sonu Sandhu someday. And probably tell him, and that's why I did not quit, right? But how important is it trying to win, and how easy is it to quit, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely shared that, you know, as I was speaking to Mr. Fawaz Ali, you know, on that point in particular in regards to the easiness of quit and everything else. As far as Sonu Sandhu, you know, when you mentioned his name, he's actually behind the scenes here. He's actually behind the scenes consulting with the company, helping a lot behind the scenes. So if you want him in the front face again, we can certainly talk to him about that. Or actually, you should check with Mr. Saji George, because I know that they are best friends, right, Saji? So you can convince Sonu to come here on the forefront. But he's been doing a lot of consulting, and he's been consulting with the company, which is very, very good. You know, helping us. Remember, I said lay that foundation, helping us lay the foundation, which is great. And definitely, I'll bring him in on a future Zoom. And then eventually, you know, if Mr. Saji George can convince him, we'll get Sonu Sandhu on the front there, and even maybe in Thailand. Who knows?
Yes.
But yeah, no. So you know, the bottom line is that you know you can be a quitter, you know, and if you quit on this and this and this, it becomes a pattern, and you'll quit on all kinds of things in life. Or you know, you can be a committed dreamer, right? A committed dreamer, and so. One of the keys to this business, you know, besides consistency and, you know, work ethic and mindset and everything else, is the fact that you have to make a commitment. And the commitment means do it until it's done. You know, I mean, some people set goals and say, okay, by December 2020, and if this doesn't happen, I'm out, you know, or by June 2021, if I'm not a millionaire, I'm out, you know. And that's a failure mindset to me. The mindset is, you know, get it, you know, set those goals, right? And if you make them, great. If you don't make them, reset them, doesn't matter, right? But the final piece of that is you do it not until this date, you do it until it's done. You do it until it's done, right? And right now with me, I don't even see a date for what does that even mean, do it until it's done. It's just do it and do it and do it and do it and just keep growing. Keep growing. Grow with you're going to change as a person. I can tell you this, Pradeep, you know this. I mean, you've changed in 12 years, right? Everybody that's here, that's not a quitter, that is a dreamer. So just write down that word, dreamer. So either you're a dreamer or you're not a dreamer, right? So if you're a dreamer, you are in a vehicle that allows for dreams to come true. Does it allow for dreams to come true when you just sit there? No. When you show up to the clinic sometimes? No. When you show up to the global Zooms once in a while? No. Okay. So there's something that comes with being a dreamer, right? So you have to do all those things, but you do it until it's done. So you're part of this dream. So you're going to evolve and you're going to change, just as I've changed over the last, 18 years of running the company and 30 years of being a brand promoter, and I've evolved. And you will see me, okay, at the Thailand event, right? When, you'll see Mr. Jugan on stage, and he's sharing things, and Mr. Pradeep Nair's on stage. And, when he speaks, I'll be writing down notes, right? Because I'm learning also. I'm growing also, right? And it's doing it until it's done mindset, and to keep on growing and to keep on getting better and keep on getting better, because I can learn. I can learn from Abhijit. I can learn from Pradeep Nair. I can learn from Francis. I mean, we can all learn from each other because everybody comes from a different, sphere, a different experience, a different life experience. And, we'll grow all around together. So I tell you this, Pradeep, quit is not even in the vocabulary, right? And if it is in somebody's vocabulary and they're saying, okay, I'm going to do this, by the end of November, if this doesn't happen or this doesn't change, I'm out. Well, you might as well quit today, right? You're already done, right? But if you get the mindset that my wife and I have had, right? And I'm happy that 2 days ago, we celebrated 32 years of marriage, wedding anniversary. I'm very, very happy about that. Very happy about it. Yes, I'll do it. I'll do that to my wife. Yeah, so to say that we've grown up as kids together, in marriage, raising 3 children, but also raising a business together, right? Can you imagine when we were brand promoters together, how many fights me and my wife probably had back then, because you're working for yourself, you're working at home, your spouse has one opinion, you have this opinion, there's going to be an argument, there's going to be this, there's going to be that. But we didn't quit on the business. We didn't quit, And sometimes it's easier if you have an argument with your spouse or whatever to say, okay, forget it, you know, quit or whatever. But by staying the course and then growing together, you know, as a couple, and then growing together in the business and growing together in, you know, from marriage and raising kids, it's all about that. So, you know, what I would recommend for everybody is if you haven't been a dreamer in the past, and a dreamer means do it until it's done, till you achieve your dream, that you are now in that vehicle called Renown Global. And we're not going to let you down. We're not going to quit. So now it's ball in your court, up to you what you want to do every single day, you know? And maybe you used to make $200 or $300 a week, and now you're only making $30 a week. And that might be the reason for you to quit, or the reason for you to come back to the clinic and the systems and clean things up and move forward to the next level and the next level and the next level. It's really up to you, And, you know, I'll polish this off with a story that, or maybe I'll tell it on stage actually in Thailand, but unless you want me to, Pradeep, up to you.
Yes, we want to hear it, Chief.
Save it for Thailand.
No.
Oh, all right. Let me try and remember that, because I you know, I have to get it back in my head here, because I've shared this on stage, but never in a Zoom meeting. Okay, so everybody knows that in every village, there's an old wise man. Yes? Yes? Okay. Thumbs up. There's an old wise man, which is the village wise man, right? And this old man people go to because of, you know, he's a senior, you know, he's experienced things in life that we haven't experienced yet. You know, he knows all the answers that the village needs. So there's always the village wise man, right? And then, especially with this new millennial generation, there's the young guy that's always, you know, the one that is the smart guy, right? So in this village, there was a young guy, a young buck. And he says, you know, you guys all go to this wise man. Who is he? You know, this and this and this. I'm strong. I'm smart. I'm the one that can lead the village. I'm this, I'm that. This wise man is a fool. You know, you guys keep following and listening to the wise man of the village. So he says, I'll tell you what, okay, I'm going to show you that this wise man is not so wise, that you guys all keep, you know, going to him. And he says, I'm going to prove it to everybody in front of you. This is what the young millennial, the young buck is saying. So he gathers all the villagers. And he takes them all, you know, like a wedding barat, right? like a wedding barat. He takes them all, right? And they go to the wise man. And the young man, the young buck, the millennial guy, he says to the wise man, he says, because he puts a dove, a bird in his hands like this. And he says to the wise man, if you're so smart, right? Because he walks up with the people with his hands like this. He says, wise man, if you're so smart, there's something in my hands, right? And he says, it's a dove, it's a bird. If you're so smart, in front of all these villagers, you tell me, is this bird in my hand dead or alive? Right now. Is this bird dead or alive? And so all the villagers say what? Ooh. How is the wise man going to answer this? Right? And the wise man looks at the young man, and everybody, now the village is quiet because they're listening for the wise man's answer, right? Because they think they know the answer. They watch this young man walking with the people with his hands like this. There's a dove in his hands. And he says, I cannot tell you whether that bird is dead or alive. And then the villagers say, woo. And he says, this is why. If I say that bird is dead, you will just open your hands and the bird will be alive and flying away. If I say that bird is alive, you will crush it in your hands and it will be dead. So I cannot tell you whether this bird is dead or alive. But what I can tell you, young man, what I can tell you, young buck, young millennial, what I can tell you is this. The future of that bird is all in the palm of your hands. So all I can tell you this, Rinal family, the future of your goals and dreams is all in the palm of your hands.
Thank you so much, Chief, for this wonderful story. I've heard this story before, and I'm sorry, I killed a story from your stories in Thailand because this is a private clinic and you've actually told us this beautiful story. So that's exactly what it is. Now, Mr. Mel.
The wise man is right. The wise man is right. It's all in the palm of your hands, guys. Your future, your desires, your goals, your dreams. It's all up to you. It's all in the palm of your hands. You know, so you can make it or you can break it. But definitely, Pradeep, we will tell that story in Thailand because there'll be lots of new people that need to hear that want to hear that, and need to take you know, responsibility on their families' goals and dreams and their life and what they can do here. Because we all have a blessing in our hands, and what we do with that blessing, you know, it determines everything. So yeah, thanks, Pradeep.
Mr. Mel, with effect from day after tomorrow, we will be left with exactly 8 weeks before this year gets over, 8 weeks before the Thailand promotion gets over. Now, if someone is a brand new distributor, is it still possible for him or her to qualify for Thailand in 8 weeks' time? If there's a formula, can you help us, or can you tell all of them, how can a brand new distributor with 0 downlines still qualify for Thailand?
So, you know, Pradeep, and you know this, and, you know, Mr. Saji George, you know, knows this, Mr. Pradeep Nair knows this, you know, they have seen, you know, lots and lots of promotions, you know, on what we do, right? I'm telling you this right now, we have been more aggressive with Rinal Global than any other types of promotions that we've done in our history, right? And being that aggressive, one of the things that we used to do with promotions is say that during the promotions, you cannot have these other, you know, levels in the company. You can't do both at the same time. However, with Rinal, we've been extra generous and we're allowing all of that. And so there's multiple things going on. So when you talk about the Thailand promotion, you know, when you're able to get a 40% fast start bonus, that normally we would say does not count towards your qualification in Thailand. But here we're allowing it. It's just about getting to work. 8 weeks is plenty of time, plenty of time. And if you're using that fast start bonus money, in addition to the cycle bonus money, it's never been easier to qualify for Thailand. And 8 full weeks, you can clean your slate today. If you have not even achieved anything, it doesn't matter. Start fresh today. You know, you've got 60 days or so, you know, 8 full weeks. And if you plug into this system and make a commitment to show up on everything and take action every day on the routine that you're led to do, you know, you're definitely going to sponsor people. You're definitely going to duplicate those people. You're definitely going to take advantage of those extra strong bonuses, the 40%, and you will be in Thailand. There's no question you'll be in Thailand. There's plenty of time. We've never made it this easy for anybody to go to Thailand. And we've been to Thailand many times, you know, with promotions. We've been to Malaysia. We've been to Singapore many times with promotions. So I would say we've never had, you know, a $200 fast start on a $500 package. It's like crazy. Use that. And then the amount of cycles that you can get out of there, use that. So when you ask me, Pradeep, can people go to Thailand? It's if they get to work, they set their goals right now, they clear everything off their table for 8 weeks and work harder for themselves than they've ever worked before for anybody else. And we will see you in Thailand.
Okay, any of the core members, if you'd like to actually say something, Pradeep Nair, I would pass the mic to you.
Good evening, Coach. Good evening, Chief. Thank you so much for, you know, inspiring us. You know, your actions, you inspires me to dream more and more. Thank you so much for that. And, I am learning more to more, to becoming a leader, becoming a leader with your inspiration, which is coming from your dreams. Thank you so much for that. That is what I also do. Like if you inspire me to achieve my dreams, or your dreams achieve, helps me to, achieve my dreams. I like to see that my dreams inspire somebody to achieve their dreams. So, thank you so much for inspiring me. It's all about the vision what we have when we become a successful networker. Everybody, whoever is a successful networker, or an effective networker, they all have that clear vision and passion for that vision, right? They know exactly what they want to achieve, where they see themselves in their, in this, in our organization. Everything, whoever has got that vision, everything they do, every activity they perform is driven by that vision, right? I was also like, sometimes everybody feel down, like, I didn't have the time, but I made the time. I didn't have the knowledge, but I did what I knew. I didn't have the support, but I learned how to support myself. Yeah. I didn't have the confidence, but the result gave me the confidence. I had a lot going against me, but I had enough going to me, or, going for me. I have a lot of excuses, but I never choose not to use any of them. So we don't have to limit ourselves. A lot of, many people limit themselves to what they think they can do. But, we can do as far as your mind lets you do. Yeah. What you believe, remember, that is what you can achieve, right? So if our actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, or do more, or become more, so then let's do that. Let us lead them, right? So, everybody say that, like, we are all spending time each other. We are all network marketers or networkers. So we cannot see anything negative there. So everybody there is a willingness to help each other. Yeah. So we don't keep any secrets each other. So we are open. We are solution providers, right? We are positive people. We respond to our problem. We just don't, react to the problem. Negative people or normal people, they react to the problem, but we respond to the problem positively. So let's all, work together, and, you will get everything in your life if you help other people to achieve what they want. Okay. So instead of, building a business, let's build up people over here. Yeah. So, and, I don't believe that, network marketing is putting the right people, one on the left, one on the right. I don't believe in that. I just believe becoming the right person, right? So let us first become the right person, and then let's think about, putting the right people, one on the right and one on the left. Let's all become the right person, and let us achieve our dreams. And thank you so much, Chief, for this wonderful session. There was a lot to learn. Thank you so much once again for everybody. Let's all achieve together. Let's dream, and let's make others also dream. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pradeep. Appreciate that. Very, 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 very inspirational. Appreciate that. And it just brings me to, like you mentioned, inspiration in some of the things that we've shared here today. I have to tell you that, we are all human beings, right? And, Pradeep Nair very well said, as we all work together, uplift each other, have that positive energy, we all need it, and there's good days and bad days, or I would say not bad days, but let's just call it not so good days, right? And we all have that in business and in life, right? Whether it's with our family life or our business life or any, there's ups and downs, there's good days and not so good days. And, you have to ask, who motivates the motivator? It's like, I try to keep myself at a higher level, but it takes certain things to maintain that. But I also have not so good days. And Mr. Pradeep Menon will tell you that yesterday was a not so good day. I wasn't feeling good about the day. I was frustrated with the day. There was differently. So, who motivates the motivator? Everybody has a good or not good day in life, business, and whatever. But it's then what you do from there and who supports you from there. So, you know what? What picked me back up this morning after coming through that not so good day yesterday was Pradeep Menon. When I got messages from him on his mindset of that day saying, hey, you know what? I've decided to double I'm 50% more. I'm going to do this. I was like, wow. And it started my day off like, because you need that. And we all need each other as human beings, because in business and life, I don't care what level you're at. If you're Ambani, you're having a good day and not so good day. You're Bill Gates, you're having a good day, not so good day. We're all human, right? But it's what you do next, whether it's being uplifted by something that Pradeep Menon said to me, and at the same time, maybe I need to pray. Maybe I need to meditate. Maybe I need to try and attract positivity from the universe to recalibrate my head from that day. Whatever I need to do, it's to move forward to the next day, right? And what you have to always remember that's going to keep you anchored so that you don't go sideways is your why. And I know, Pradeep Nair, you've trained on this and talked about it, is, you have to go back to your why, right? Why are you here? Why are you doing this business? What is your why? And then when you go back and meditate on that, you pray about that, you attract positivity towards your why from the universe, then you're going forward to a positive day, And I can tell you right now, it's only been half the day here in California, but it's been the opposite of yesterday already. And one of the highlights of the day is obviously being here with all of you. And, Pradeep Menon, I squeezed that story out that I haven't told in years about the wise man in the village and all that. So this is a happy day. It's a good day. And it's only halfway through the day here in California. So, that's how it happens. And we all need each other. And I'd say the mistake that you'll make is by not hanging around this leadership team. Okay? Because then you're on your own to figure out how to pick yourself up. But if you can plug into here, then you surround yourself with like-minded people that also have goals and dreams just like you, people that have a why, people that have, like Pradeep Nair said, improving himself, getting better, right? When you get around people that have that mindset, then you have the maximum chance of winning. But if you don't show up and you're not part of the team, you're trying to do this by yourself over there and figure it all out, chances of then are not in your favor, right? So I would say, like you said, Mr. Pradeep Nair, constant never-ending improvement, not only we as a company, but you on yourselves, team, you on yourselves, continue to grow and improve. And like Pradeep Menon says on stage or in the Zooms, the ace is not finding the aces only. You need to be the ace. You need to be the ace, right? So yeah, appreciate that. Thank you.
Anthony, would you like to add something?
Yes, Coach. First of all, thank you, Coach, for this meeting. And thank you, Mr. Mel, for your time. And happy anniversary. And,
thank you.
So it was a good to be here after a long break. I have been busy with work, Coach knows. And so whatever we shared today, me or Sendhil or whoever it is, okay, it was just a reflection of our team members, because they started getting in negative things on us. They were thinking that we are not representing them, and they also had issues for a long while. So we wanted to fix these small issues, because as everyone says out here, we are in a mission of building a stronger team and creating a bigger family here. So that is the main reason that we brought in this. And I can see that I'll be back again and focusing on what I should be doing here. And I want every team members of mine and everyone else, okay, to feel that, okay, we are here for a mission. and to work together. So know when to go out of the track. And we are not, since we are not there in the global Zoom or anything, that doesn't mean that we are out from the business. We are very much into business. We are working on what we are doing. So because we call this as a business, there is always a slow phase also in the business. Okay, we are going through that, but I'm very much sure we are going to bounce back very strong and hard. Our team is very much into it. Each and every team members are working hard towards that. Okay, so the results are going to come great. So thank you, Coach, again. Thank you, Mr. Mel. And thank you, everyone, for your time out here today. Thank you.
Thanks, Anthony. You know, I'll just say this. Obviously, you're one of the early joiners in the company, right? And whether it's you, Sento, Jigan, I mean, this is the pioneers, and this is you are the early joiners. So you've seen a lot. You've been through this and this and this and this. Growth with the company, ups and downs, sideways, upways, always laying that, like I said in the beginning, that foundation and making sure there's no cracks in it. But what we will need is, your help, right? And what you'll understand from the company, and definitely from myself, is that, every problem or situation that happens in this company, we're not going to ignore it. I'm definitely, for the men will tell you, Saji will tell you, I don't walk away from it. We have to face it head on. But sometimes those, call it challenges or whatever, as we face it head on, we need to all figure out the solutions together. Face the solutions, figure out the solutions, get better on those solutions. And I've done that in my career many, many times. But, it can't be done alone because the communication has to be there. You need to know what the core issue is, and then we need to face it and solve it. And this won't be the first time. There'll be many issues that'll come in 2021, 2022 within your team. Might not be necessarily like, as the company's perfecting itself, it'll be other different things. I mean, if you ask me, when I was building as a brand promoter, we had a large organization and a big leader, he got enticed by another company. And when he left my network as I was building, it was during a time of momentum. And it started to hinder the momentum that my team was having because then there was rumors, why he left, why this, why that. And it started to destroy, and my check went flying down, right? So, at that point, there's a lot of choices that have to be made. There's a lot of things go in your mind. There's like, then you start pointing at the company, pointing at the company, pointing at the company. And anytime you're pointing, remember there's 4 fingers pointing back at you, right? So my wife and I had to just pick ourselves back up, regroup, reset. And, we went and made millions as distributors after that, even after that big leader left our network, right? And that was being brand promoters such as yourselves. And that had nothing to do with, the company doing this or that. It was like, it happened in our own network. So you'll have different things happen in your career. But at the end of the day, problem situations, if we can all face them together, work on it together, find a solution, move on, make people happy that were upset by it, try and resolve it, try and give them a little bit more belief and vision even after we resolve it. Let's do that together. I'm available, I'm open, we'll make it happen, and we'll move forward, and we'll look back on the beach next year and laugh about it and say, man, how did we even get through that? But we did.
Yes, Mr. Mel. And thank you so much for the support always you give to us. Okay, anytime, every time you are there for us. And as usual, I say we are blessed. Okay, thank you so much.
No worries. And as a senior leader, I'll tell you, you're not a senior. Your journey is just beginning, really. And everybody needs to understand that the journey has just begun, and it's a magical journey. And as we grow together from the foundation stage as pioneers and go forward, so happy to have you and the team definitely on the journey with us, and let's grow together.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anthony. Next person I'd like to actually call upon is Gaurav Kumar, the Punjabi Munda of Mr. Mel Gill. Gaurav, would you like to add anything?
No, coach, nothing. I'm very happy to part of this wonderful team and our chief, Mr. Mel. And I know a lot of things is happening in the team, like up and down. It's coming in each and every business because it's the initial stage. So I will say to everyone, just keep patience everything will come on track very soon. And if we all work together, we will make a lot of money in this business. With all of you, all of your support, our great leaders, Pradeep Menon, Nayar, and our chief, Mr. Mel, always guiding us and always supporting us. I know whenever I'm sending message to Mr. Mel, immediately he's replying to me. And anytime, if I need any help, Mr. Mel is always helping and supporting us, and our coach also, Mr. Menon. That's it, coach. I just want to say only this thing. And new members are coming. So I will tell to all the leaders, whenever a small issue is coming, don't stretch this, because if we discuss all this in the core team, and that is better, because new member is always, they are scary, like they recently joined the business. So whenever this thing is happened, please come forward and talk to seniors person like coach and Pradeep Nair and Mel. We will sort it out instead of putting all the messages on the group. So that's thing only I want to say. That's it. Thank you. Thank you, coach. Thank you, Mel. Chief.
Nice, good look you have, Gaurav.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Good to see you.
Now, with regards to Sri Lanka, where are we? Because there's a Sri Lankan friend in this very group who is a little upset, thinking I'm ignoring what I'm supposed to do. Right? The next person I would like to actually call upon is Senthil Kumar. He holds a lot of potential now. And trust me, he can do what he wants. But I will personally make sure I'll pick him and bring him to Thailand and leave him in front of you for 30 minutes. Having worked so closely with the team, I know who can influence who. And this is definitely one person who you're going to actually do the magic, right?
I think now we really want to have Sonu Sandhu there as well.
Yes.
Wait till you meet Sonu. He's a character. It's just, you'll laugh. You'll have a good...
So, Senthil, any questions you may have?
I think more than a question, thank you very much, setting the platform and right on at the right time. That's what is expected, so, there's a lot of, I will say, when we started, it was really great, fully pumped up, things was on track, being boosted up because I got enough time to do the journey and everything was excited. And then people keep flowing on the team. And then we keep building up into that level, what we want. And I think that the moment got set it up on the Rounders team, I still remember, there was a challenge between leaders. I said, okay, let me take it as a personal challenge and do. And those days are wonderful days, where I used to pump with 20 to 30 members, in a week that's a journey, So it was a wonderful journey for those 3 months. And then, again, lockdown and shut down and then started to work and I had to focus here and there, again. And as you mentioned, you can't give excuses for, what you want to go on. Yeah, but, those periods, what we build up, again, I think, there was mistakes from our end. And I keep saying, there was mistake from our end, how we didn't connect, we didn't ask the people to connect to the system, for a longer period of time, or the people who come, they didn't take it correctly to understand the business. They wanted to do it for a long time because for them also it's they want the quick money during this lockdown, and then they wanted to, encash some money of those period of time, so they've been there and then made that money. And then when this set job come back, everything got slowed down. So, but, that's how it's. But again, I always say to coach and Gaurav, so I have not touched my, right networking, still a lot can be done for Renault, with my, I will say, with my networking, what I built up for past 18 years with my retail career. So I'm definitely looking to build a Renault to the next level. Definitely, I'm not going to quit, So that's already written in my mind. So that's I'm not coming out from that. Yes. Once I've come to Sri Lanka market, so market is ready, as you know very well. We had a one-to-one discussion. Yes, market is ready. We are ready. People are ready to take it forward. Yeah. So I think few things we need to fix it up operationally, once that is done, definitely it's going to be a good market. And then the way we're going to build is going to be a completely different whole game altogether, to build that market correctly. So that's one part I keep it aside. And then I'm sure the time comes and that will move on. And currently my only request is like, now people come on board. I think there should be kind of, I don't know, either it is I call onboarding program, or it's kind of checklist, or it's kind of something has to be given to them. Okay, this is done, this is done, this is done. So people know, okay, this is, there is something is, systematically put onto them, and then they also know. So it will not give the pressure to the upline. It will not give the pressure to the upline that, what this person done, because we never know, this person never been on the business for, let's say 4 months, he's never consistent. Suddenly 5th month, he comes in and asks, where is my PayQuicker card? And by the time we add him and we welcome in the group, he was there in that group in 100 people. And then he comes and, popping out and then say, where is my card? I don't know who's this guy, where you come from. And then asking this question is quite tough, so there should be, I know it is a beginning stage. Yeah, it is a beginning stage, but I believe this is the right stage to set the right tone and as a company, and then we look professional, and then we will not go up and down and then asking question to anybody else. Because what's happening, I feel like we are putting a lot of pressure on coach. That's what it is. And we as a leader, I think we are looking from a long-term, short to long-term, mid to long-term process to set it up. I think the leaders has to take the responsibility and then say, okay, let me handle a portion of PayQuicker. Let me handle portion of joining procedure. So everybody have a little piece of cake here and there. That will help. That will definitely help and easy the process. We don't want to everything. But today you are there, you are helping us. I'm sure that down the line, when you have millions of people, and I don't think so that you will have enough time to come and address these issues. I think that's what we need to set it up from the beginning, and then that clear the set right on, because nowadays we are on Facebook, on Abhijit is doing wonderful job with the interviews. We are going here and there, we are socializing, we are in YouTube, we are in Facebook, we are in WhatsApp, we are in everywhere else. But if somebody goes in those social media platform and then writing here and there, then it's very hard to fix it up. It's very hard to fix it up because people with that mindset will come and join and then clash here and there. So I think it will give a right set, or I will say right solution to this, and small here and there. I think that will help. I think now WhatsApp is one of the group, we kept it, we add a lot of people there, and then we keep putting people and then we welcome them. That's how we welcome them. And some concern come, we remove them. That's also not right. When people ask question, we can't remove them, the group, and then say, we can't help it up, because at the end of the day, they didn't get what they want. That's the reason, they would be asking. And then, today they are not in the group. That's not the right way to do it, because we need to appreciate it. Because today they trusted us and then come, because we are looking at here, because I understand the wonderful journey with you and the coach and the entire team. You all work together. This is for you a second journey. We appreciate, we respect, we love to learn. That's the reason we all here. But however, a person who joined under me, he doesn't know all the story. He's looking up to us and then see, what is that exactly. So I think that's what we got to build. That's what we got to build correctly there. If that system comes correctly, I'm sure, this wonderful team here, with that experience, you will not waste time. You will not put energy on addressing these type of issue at this point of time, where we can build the business to the next level with entire team together. I think that's what we need to look at this present point. In the moment we started to, building up correctly, and then he's coach for the different team, because I was keep driving the car. I was keep thinking, who is Mr. Pradeep Menon? Who is Mr. Pradeep? Is he a coach or is he part of the company? Is he a earner? He's only here to earn the income, or he's here to, coach the team? Who is his role? What is his role? He's given his day and life, he's giving the life to the team. What? So I'm just thinking how we can easy up him, where he can come and do the things which company is really required to, I think he has a lot of potential. His time cannot be wasted. That's the only my frustration. I keep writing, we want to take to different level. My planning and my thinking, it's not only today, my vision is too big. I can take it to, we can build together, that's all there. But I'm saying the small basic thing, if a person join, if you don't do 1, 2, 3, and that's, you are responsible, company is not responsible. So we need to be put in together in that manner. So they don't keep blaming upline. They don't keep blaming the company. That's what we need to look at. I think the moment we set that piece, that one missing piece correctly, and then the puzzle is going to join together, and then we can make that great, wonderful picture. That's only my humble request. That's all in my heart. That's what I'm keeping it. I'm keep pressing it. I send a note to, I know your email address. I know everything. I get your number, but I don't want to come to you directly, because I know the people are there, can help me, because I have that trust with these people. That's the reason I'm till now here. I'm with them. I'm communicating them. Coach knows me very well, so when I'm good, I speak a lot. When I'm not good, I'm here and there. That's what it goes on. So operationally, I will, if you ask me, I'm a SOP developer, where I put a standard operation procedure for my 23 outlets, where I built here. I can set it up SOPs in certain manner. This is what it is. We can give human resources, that as a company, what we can do, we can definitely do, because everybody has a different potential. Person like Abhijit to Pradeep Nair to Gaurav to, everybody has a wonderful piece. If everybody can put that SOPs correctly, and then I'm sure things will move correct, because a process set, and then everyday basis, we progress, and then we know we are going to achieve and what we want to achieve. So give few things to be fixed that area. The moment that things started to fix up, I will have that right confidence to bring more people to the team, because sometimes that's stop it. Or if comes something goes, so that's peace of mind always on the head. So we need to remove that part and then keep that clear picture, and then things will be wonderfully and amazingly reached to the team. And then I proudly, because I know, Coach, I never come out in social media, in Facebook page, and then highlight one thing about Renault. Till now, I have not done it. I have a lot of people, because I have not done it. I really wanted to do that. I really do want to do that, but I'm sure the things, small little things, once it's started to fix up, I'm sure, we will getting into the different whole game altogether. So let's look at different things in different area, and then we can, my only humble request, and I have given my request, and then definitely we can take to the next level, Mr. Mel, and then every wonderful leaders here. Thank you guys. This is what I wanted to say. I think it's the right platform to address, because it's easier, and then it should fix all the market. When the moment we fix this, it will going to fix all the market, and then it will easy the process being easy, and the day-to-day operation being easy. We can focus on our energy on to bring the business to Renault. So this is what it is. I think let's do that together. And then I'm sure the journey will be wonderful. And then everybody, why we join, that will be fulfilled much more easier than, to fixing up small things and this one. So let's easy the journey up, because you are the wonderful people. How to fix those them. It's from my side, and then on behalf of my team, and then everybody. Yeah. Thank you so much. If any mistakes, from my side, please, apologize. Yeah, but yes, we are here for the team. And then I never give up on behalf of my team. I shoulder the responsibility, because today I'm here to, handle, more than 300 people with me, in my retail outlet. I can't, even something, my CEO comes and say, this is wrong. I never put it on my area manager or somebody else, it's mistake. It's my mistake. I say it's operational. It's my mistake. Let me fix it. So I go and find out what exactly went wrong, and then I will fix it, and then come back and give him the solution, and then make him, more happier than, what we is expecting. That's the way to go on. And then, we will definitely, look at those things to here, and then we can fix into the different level altogether, Mr. Mel and Coach and Pradeep Nair and Gaurav. This is what I want to say. And then even Saji sent me the message the other day. Hi, Senthil, how are you? He keeps sending me, and Mr. Khaldun, never forget me during any of the global meeting. Still he say wonderful people like us, wonderful people. This is what it is. So I will say that whatever I've achieved, I always mention I achieved a lot of friends and family here, and then that's the way. I think I'm sure that we are going to get more people, and then we are going to add the journey. Wonderful. Yeah. Thank you all. Thanks a lot.
No, very, very, very well said, Senthil. And it shows your leadership, fantastic that, the Renault Global family has you as part of the leadership here, and for you to share that, very, very well said. And, it is something that's going to take, teamwork, right? And, you know, I'm here from California, and I've always been wanting things done ASAP. I push people to the limits. I want things done yesterday, not today. You know, I move at that different pace where most people don't. They don't keep up on my level. Pradeep knows this as well. You know, I'm like this. But however, you know, there's so many moving parts that, and this was kind of part of my frustration yesterday. You know, small things like, you know, the pay quicker issues, or, you know, let's get that that letter that's needed for Sri Lanka. When people are not moving at the same pace that that I'm moving at, that causes some frustration. That's why I didn't have not so good day yesterday, because I'm pushing, and at the same time, you know, you have to rely on the team. However, you know, we are putting together, you know, systems like you're talking about, but it goes back to when I started here on the Zoom today, when I was driving, talking about, you know, the foundation stage. And we found a little crack. Now we have to fix that crack and smooth that crack. So all these things are before we build the house, before we build the home, right? Because that's the strongest point, is once the foundation is strong, then we can do whatever we want with the home as we grow for the next 20, 30, 50 years. So during this foundation stage, yes, there's been start, stop, frustrations, changes, growth, and all that. And that's expected here during pre-launch. You know, we've been through this before. Like I said, we've been to the mountaintop. We know that recipe. However, it's going to take, you know, the team's effort, right? The team's effort to get through that. All of us working together, you sharing your concerns, and then you also working on a solution with the team. Fantastic. That's how it should be. In fact, Mr. Pradeep Menon knows that we are creating something, because it's not about one person or two people. It's, you know, we're creating something here that's going to create the culture of the company. And it's going to do a lot of the things that you're talking about, Senthil. And it's called the PAC-10. The PAC-10 is the President's Advisory Council, okay? And it's going to be an organization that helps develop the culture, helps develop, you know, working with all the leaders, right? But it's also going to direct the company in the right direction, because you guys know what's happening locally in the marketplace on a daily basis. You know, I might hear it later, right? And so if you're on the ground and you're, you know, either connected to the PAC-10, part of the PAC-10, the President's Advisory Council, that's what it is, PAC, P-A-C, President's Advisory Council, this is going to help direct the company. This is going to help resolve situations quickly. So this is one of the things that we're putting in place as a committee and organization to help direct this culture towards the future. And I want, you know, whoever can go for it and achieve it and reach the levels to be part of the PAC-10, you're going to help direct the future of the company. So we do it together. And that's going to be the PAC-10 program. And definitely, you know, as we get through this, and I know these small issues kind of, you know, if they're in your mind, they stick and they stop and this and that. But just rest assured that, you know, we're going to do everything as soon as we hear about it, as quickly as possible. And that's been my frustration, the word quickly, to get it resolved. And we'll keep pushing forward on that. You know, like I said, yesterday, not so good. Today's an incredible day. I've had incredible conversations. I've got another conference call. You know, we have challenges that our employees, they're new. So they have to be trained and brought up to speed. Our management, you know, like we talked about Mr. Sonu, a guy seasoned there, maybe he comes here and helps that management level go to the next level, because there's lots of newness here. And the newness happens on the foundation level. You guys are new leaders here, new brand promoters, new employees, new management. It all has to kind of get settled. Our relationships with manufacturers, you know, our relationships with Pay Quicker, those are all new. As we talk about 3 years from now, we'll need to have seasoned management. Employees that have worked with us for 3 years, how are they going to treat your customers then? They know all the answers. They know everything quickly. You know, so it's a different atmosphere 3 years from now. It's getting to, you know, the next year and the growth, and then the seasoned management, the seasoned, you know, employees, the networkers. You guys, you know, once you guys have your first teammate that earns $100,000 a month, you know, now all of a sudden it's a different thing. You know, it's a different season. So seasons will change. Let's just all get through the foundation stage together, because it is a life-changing stage. And let's be blessed that we have that. I mean, you know, Mr. Saji, he'll tell you, he's known me for a decade, right? And we've always had a super positive relationship. And I love him. You know, I just love him as a person, because I know he has a strong heart. He's always there for his team, for the people. He wants them to win. He wants them to get the light before he gets the shining light, you know? And I've known that about him. I've known that about him. But I'll tell you what, he was not happy with Mel Gill a couple of weeks ago. He was not happy with Mel Gill. He was upset with me. He was not happy with Mel Gill a couple of weeks ago. And I respect that because I consider him a brother, right? And do you have times where you and your brother are not happy with each other? Absolutely. You know, as you've grown up together, have you fought with your brothers? Have you had arguments with your brothers? Have you had a fist fight with your brothers? Of course. But it's all love. It's all love. I can tell you, I love Saji. So, you know, if he's upset with me a couple of weeks ago and we get beyond that, we fix that, it's the greater good of the whole team. It's because he wants the best for the team, right? And we all want the best for our teams. So, you know, if there's frustration, Senthil, if there's frustration, Gaurav, you know, you guys, you know, we're all brothers. We're all going to work this together. We just need to get beyond that together for brighter days. And that's what I'm looking forward to. And Pradeep knows this, you know, from the calls of corporate, you know, he knows how angry I got on that corporate call yesterday to get things done. You know, those things happen, but then we just grow and we grow and we grow. And so, you know, that's my perspective on it. But I appreciate all of you guys because this is what's going to shape the company and the future of the company. So thank you.
Thank you, man. The next person I would like to actually call upon is Khaldoon Asadi, our first one-star presidential club and the first Arabic speaker who has been making a lot of waves in the Arab market. Right? Over to you, Khaldoon.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thanks, Chief. It's an honor. Thank you very much for your great time. I know you are busy and you are assigning for us the full time. And we get used to that, which is healthy and good and also not good, okay? Anyway, I need just an advice from you for the people. We have so many people with us here, new joiners, and most of them or all of them, 001 of the country, like DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, we have Gaza, Palestine, we have Egypt, we have Lebanon, okay? This is, I need an advice or a vision shortly in 1 minute, no problem. Another issue in Turkey, he addressed, Mr. Muhammad. He tried, for example, I know the answer, Chief, but once the answer comes from your side, it makes difference, okay? He tried to use his credit card. It give gateway, something wrong with the gateway. I know this gateway, it comes from my bank, which is the local bank, okay? So the next day, he joined through another credit card. So let's say a specific countries, is there, all the gateways are okay to use any credit card in each country? That's it. Thank you so much for your time, Chief. We appreciate it. And as I mentioned before, we are making history, all of us together, united. And we will make the history, inshallah. Thank you so much.
Inshallah, yes, absolutely, Mr. Khaldoon. And, you know, first of all, congratulations to you and your team on taking the team to the next level by bringing on these new markets and the 001s of these markets. And for those of you that are part of those new markets, you know, it's a blessing. You have no idea what you have in your hands to be the first in your market. It's unbelievable. And we welcome you and looking forward to, you know, going into those communities and everybody saying, wow, blessing, this Renou Global came to my country and look what it's done to our community. You know, so we look forward to that life-changing experience for all of you that are in those new markets. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And for Mr. Muhammad's question, Mr. Khaldoon, you know, I have something that we're working on, but I've been one of those people that do not like to count those chickens until they hatch, right? Do not count those chickens before they hatch. But, you know, as we know, like, for example, in the country of India, right? Some credit cards work in India, some credit cards don't work in India, right? It depends on, like, you know, whether it's State Bank of India or HSBC or whatever. It's hit or miss, right? So we need solutions with that market for sure with that, right? I know in countries like Ghana, they cannot use, you know, the current gateway and things like that. So each country is different. However, let me ask you this. For the Arab markets, if there's a gateway or a banking relation in the Arab markets, if it's working in Dubai, does it usually work in some of the surrounding markets?
Yes, of course. If it's in Dubai, yes, it works.
Okay, so I like I said, I won't count the chickens until they hatch, but I should have some good news for you soon. I'll just leave it at that. Okay, then I'll dip my lip, and I won't make any promises. At the end of the day, this is what I want to work towards for the culture of this company. The culture of this company should be, and it's not necessarily been this way, obviously in 2020. But what I would love, and this is my vision, and this is my goal, is to always, under promise and over deliver, because it brings smiles to people's faces. It brings smiles to people's faces. So definitely, I'm looking forward to sharing with you something. I won't share it on this thing, but you answered my question very well. And I think Mr. Mohammed can build the future in a very smooth way from my vision of what I see for Mr. Mohammed, his team, and the new countries and the new markets.
Thank you so much, Chief. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Khaldun.
Now, Mr. Mel, I would like to actually introduce my first sign-up as the last speaker. You know him very well for the last 10 years. Saji, go ahead. That's your moment. Please take over.
Saji, don't get mad at me again.
Chief, I never upset with you. Only I have a lot of people say I never upset with you, and I always you admire me, and so many things in my mind, good things about you. I never I don't have any things with in my mind, because I have a lot of requests from Khaldun and so many people. I want to talk to you. It is not happening that particular week. You are so busy. That's why a little bit not frustrated or anything. I thought, okay, not answering. And then I got the answer. And now things are doing well. And whatever our leaders said, excellent. And their concern and everything, I know you as a CEO, you took it very seriously, this matters and all. We are another leap. We are going to start already we started, and it is going to happen some big momentum coming couple of months. And maybe next week you will see, maybe I'm looking for my 5-star, and around 3-4 people, around 5 people going for 2-star, I know. All going to happen big time. I'm not over promising, but it will happen. Some few things it is okay. Everything is okay now. For me, it's okay. Doing well. And 2-3 days before I started with a couple of good and nice people. They are also, one person is there, Asif, already yesterday only joined, and his wife started in Philippines. Very, very amazing things are going to happen. And that only I can tell you. This 2020, we will make it happen. Even the best year of our life. That only I can tell you. Lot of things. I know the year I started with your commission, the first January 1st I got from you the commission. I know it's a very big blessing for me and for my team. Now they are doing, and I am also doing well. And for me, I am going to do another level. Another level means it's not a small way. I know I can do a lot of things. I know. I believe in me, and I know I will do this one for my lifetime, like that. Not for small time or anything. It's unbelievable journey, and so many things. I don't want to disclose everything. And thank you very much. Thank you very much. And Khaldun and all my leaders are great. All my leaders, even Sendil and Anthony, all Pradeep Nair, all they are amazing people. They are a set of bunch of people. Of course, our coach. There is not every day we are spending. I think most of the time we are spending time with him. That's why we are so doing good. And he's an amazing person. And we are, Sonu Sandhu also I know very well. He taught us a lot of things in Abu Dhabi. I learned from lot from him. Still some things in my mind, what he taught us everything. And we love to meet him in Thailand. And a lot of things. And I will tell you this, maybe this is the star event, some good news you will hear from our team also, some good news awaiting. Everything well, and we are very happy in Renault, and some markets are doing well, and it is going to happen big time. And Raman and all, they are doing well. Don't worry about things, and whatever happened a couple of weeks, things will bounce back big time. Thank you very much, Chief, for your support and care towards us, and towards the compensation plan is unbelievable. I said anybody, they are joining like that. I want to make it happen big, not like before big. Before I'm a 5-star, this year itself, I will be a 10-star. That's my word. I will help more 5-star in my team this year. More, maybe 10 5-star in this year, this coming 2 months. Wow. In my team. That's thank you very much.
Awesome. And can't wait to get you your new car in 2021. That's going to be great.
Yep. Sure.
Thank you, definitely, Saji. Appreciate you. And, you know, obviously, I think you were the first person, Mr. Pradeep, you know, enrolled into the company and getting your check in January, and checks every month. This journey is just beginning. Let's look at 2021. Actually, Pradeep, I'm very happy that you're recording this event, because 1 year from now, October 27th, we're gonna watch this Zoom, and we're gonna be like, look at what the company looked like October 27th, 2020, and look at what's happening October 27th, 2021. That's why these are very special moments. So it's very, very good.
Yep. Thank you so much, Chief, for giving us. I mean, all I did was request Mel Gill for just 10 minutes. I said, please step in for 10 minutes. Really appreciate it. And not that anyone has realized, but I definitely realized it's been more than 3 hours. Right. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And like I actually sent you the message this morning, Mr. Mel, probably I woke you up with that message. We are ready. We are going to put double turbo from now, because the next 60 days, we are going to break every record in the book. Every record, right? I would say we have not started, but today, since we're actually recording this session, since it's been a great learning, understanding what went wrong, what could go right, and all of that, let this be a declaration. 27th October 2020. We as Team Blitz, we have decided to start the journey. And Mel, we didn't go too fast. Please support our team. These are a lovely bunch of people. You have no idea what potential they bring on the table. None of these guys are networkers now. But when you actually get to meet them, I'm sure you will be very, very happy. And you will realize that even though they did not have the experience, that doesn't matter. Some fantastic hearts have been created and some amazing leaders for the future for company Renault. Thank you so much, Mel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. All the way to the top. Win, win, win. Blessings. Wishing everybody the best. Thanks. Thanks, Pradeep, for inviting me. Appreciate it. See you guys.